Hello everyone and welcome to my PE classroom. My mission for you this year is to provide a fun, positive, and safe learning environment for you all. I will strive to assist the physical potential of every one of you by developing the self-confidence to perform while also learning to be a positive, encouraging teammate. It is my belief that every student can enjoy an active lifestyle regardless of age, coordination, body type, or other physical capabilities. It is my hope that this year all students can come to realize the value of physical activity and its contribution towards a healthy lifestyle. Upon entering the classroom, I'd like you to come in with walking feet, go to your attendance stick and move it into the present slot. Take any jackets or lunches that you have and set them down on the stage. And then come and sit down on your assigned colored dot. Do not touch any equipment. As soon as you are seated, you should remain quiet and wait for the instruction. I will begin class when everybody is seated and ready. At the conclusion of class, I'd like for everyone to help get the equipment put away, and then we will meet together in the middle of the gym to recap what we had learned that day. Everyone will fill out their student achievement records, which we'll talk about here in a second. And then boys, you can get a drink at the gym drinking fountain, and girls, you could walk quietly out to the hallway and get a drink there. Then I'd like you to line up at the doorway and wait for your teacher to arrive. Some days we will have fitness stations, which I will divide you up into groups, and you will move through the activities as a group. Listen for your group color to be called, and then go to the group assigned location. When the music begins, start your activity. When the music stops, you will rotate around the gym clockwise. You will continue to do this until you hear a whistle being blown. As far as the equipment goes, there are some specific rules about that I'd like you to follow with the equipment. First, do not touch any equipment until you are asked to. And also, only use the equipment as it is intended to be used. If the equipment breaks, bring it to the teacher and you will be issued a new piece. Do not use broken equipment. You can get injured. When you're finished with the equipment, help to put it back in its appropriate location. For the technology, remember that our classroom technology is not a toy. Do not use any of the classroom technology unless the teacher has asked you to. This includes the class music player. No cell phones or other electronic devices that you bring from home are allowed in the PE classroom unless I specifically ask you to bring them in. Fire drills, tornado drills, and intruder drills will be just like you practice in your classroom. For an intruder or a tornado drill, you will line up quietly at the equipment room door. When the teacher asks you to, you will quietly walk into the equipment room. Please move to the far back of the room to allow everyone enough space to get in. You will get on your hands or on your knees with your head covered by your hands. You must remain quiet until an announcement is made that releases you from the drill. For a fire drill, we will line up at the back door and we will exit out onto the back playground. Once we are on the back playground, I will take roll. Please remain quiet while you are out on the playground. If there is any sort of intercom announcement that comes on when in class, I'd like everyone to freeze and remain quiet until the announcement is finished. This will allow everyone to hear what's going on. If you need to go to the bathroom, you will first need to ask for permission. You do this by raising 3 fingers. That lets me know that you need to go to the bathroom. If it is an emergency, just go. And when you come back, let me know where you were. If you're sick, you will need to get a note from go to the nurse's office. When you are in the bathroom, please do not play, and when you're finished, wash your hands before returning to class. Only one student will be allowed in the bathroom at a time. When we begin class each day, if you have a note from your parent or doctor or teacher's note, please bring that to me right away so I know if there is anything that I need to take into consideration during the class period for you. If you are unable to participate in an activity, you will sit quietly during the activity and help distribute and clean up equipment as needed. There are a couple signals I'd like you to learn this year for PE. One finger up means that you have a question. Please wait till I'm finished explaining the activity before asking any sort of questions, though. 2, you have a comment to make about something. 3 fingers means that you need a bathroom or a water break. If the music stops, that means that you need to rotate to the next station. And if you hear a whistle, you are to immediately freeze where you are and stop talking and look for me for your next prompt. There are a few classroom rules that are very important that you learn this year. The first is to always do your best, no matter what we're doing. Also, to treat yourself and teachers with respect, and have a positive attitude and fair play, cooperation, and respect for your fellow students. When you enter the classroom, enter quietly and remain silent during all instruction. Always use appropriate language. Any sort of poor language will not be tolerated in class. Play all activities and use all equipment in a safe manner in which they were intended to be used. And report any injuries immediately to the teacher. If you do not abide by these classroom rules, you will first be given a verbal warning. Next, you will be asked to sign the discipline book. 3 signatures in the discipline book for the week will result in a note home to your parents. After you sign the discipline book, if we're still having problems, you will then have to write a note home to your parents. And if that still doesn't solve the problem, we will then have a phone call where you and I will call home. The next consequence will be a trip to the principal's office. Each day at the end of class, you will be asked to fill out a student accomplishment record. This record will help you keep track of how well you think you're doing in class each day. But it's important that you're honest on this record because I will be keeping track of it as well. There are a number of different subjects that you will be grading yourself on. The first is I follow directions and the rules of the game. You get 2 points if you think you did that well that day. I was respectful to my teachers and peers, another 2 points for that day. I participated in class activities. I kept a good attitude whether I won or lost. I was quiet when I entered the gym and when the teacher was speaking. I did not fight or argue or use profanity. And then there's a bonus point category. So if you struggled one day and you didn't get all the points, there's a way for you to make up and get some extra points. The goal for each day is 12 points. And by the end of the week, having a total of 36 points. Anything over 33 points for the week earns you a treasure chest by the end of the week. I'm really looking forward to working with all of you this year and sharing my passion and love for physical activity, and I'm hoping that by the end of this year, you feel the exact same way.